Welcome back. Welcome back. It's your host, Delano, on the Fan Wire Podcast, your trusted voice for Washington Mystic content. We're breaking down somebody that was active last night. We're talking about Olivia Miles. Olivia Miles went off last night, and there's an opportunity that she could become a Washington Mystic in the upcoming 2026 WNBA Draft. But, you know, we'll see if it occurs. But who is Olivia Miles and what does she bring to the team? That's a question for a lot of people. Some people already know, but a lot of people don't know. So today we're going to break down one of the most polarizing, intriguing, dynamic prospects in the 2026 WNBA draft class. Again, that's Olivia Miles. And the question is she the long-term answer at point guard in DC? Is she going to be gone? Is she going to be gone well before the Mystics pick at number 4? We don't know. The clock is ticking, or will be ticking. So we'll see what happens. So let's get into it. All right. Now, let's talk about the measurements. Let's talk about the build. Olivia Miles stands at 5'10" and with a wingspan of about 6 feet or a 6-footer. She's lean. She has an athletic frame. And why does that matter? She's not small. She's a traditional WNBA size point guard. She has combo guard size, right? However, she has true point guard vision. She's a true leader on that floor. Now, how does that size translate? It helps with rebounding from the guard position. It helps her with her defense, but we're going to talk about Olivia Miles' defense a little later. Now, let's see here. And she definitely has the ability to see over defenses when it comes to the pick and roll. And we're going to talk about the pick and roll real soon and how Olivia Miles is essential to a team's pick and roll. All right. So now we've talked about some of the physical traits, right? But we're going to talk a little bit more. She has the size or the build to be ready to survive the pro level, right? And we're not saying that she's superwoman. We're not saying that she's super strong. However, with development, hitting the weight room, no telling what she could turn into. All right. So now we're going to talk about the college evolution, right? Olivia Miles started off at Notre Dame, right? And, you know, she's a super smart person. She sees the game. You can tell at the beginning that she had flashes of being a phenomenal playmaker, right? We immediately saw all that, right? Then, as a freshman, she had a breakout season, averaging 13 points, almost literally 14 points, 7 assists, almost leading the nation in assists, rebounding at a high clip at 5 0.7 rebounds a game, right? Was the first Notre Dame freshman in the NCAA tournament to have a triple-double. That's another thing. When Olivia Miles is playing, you're really on triple-double watch. But we're going to talk about that. She's instantly was one of the best passers in the country. All right. So that's year one as a freshman out of high school. Year two as a sophomore, averaging 14.3 points a game, 6.9 assists, 7.3 rebounds, and had multiple triple doubles. Again, you're on triple double watch with Olivia Miles. All-American honors. Now, this is where the story transitions. That's when she had her ACL injury. That's the pivotal point. You know, with how dynamic of a guard that Olivia Miles is and how much pressure she puts on the defense and how she gets out and run. An ACL injury could have proved to be devastating to her career. Right? But she had to come back. And after her comeback, she came back stronger. So in the 2024 to 2025 season, she averaged 15.4 points a game, and she enhanced and improved her three-point shooting to nearly 40% from the field. That was just like a drastic uptick. People were like, hey, is this sustainable? Is this going to continue to happen? People didn't know. So the key to her return was that even though she was already a great dynamic player, she evolved into a better player. I think by being able to sit on the sideline, being able to digest the game mentally even more, because she was already a cerebral thinking type of point guard. That changed things. And also, by having an ACL injury, you're not able to do any movements. So pretty much the only basketball stuff you can do is stand still shooting. So there's a chance that when players have ACL injuries, they can come back as top-notch shooters. But, that's still a case-by-case type of thing. All right, so, again, she evolved. She already had elite passing ability. She can get a lot of rebounds from the guard position. Now she became a scorer on top of all of the other intangibles that she had, right? Now, here's another transition in her college career. Olivia Miles then transferred after having a great season with Notre Dame to TCU. So that pretty much took everyone by surprise, right? So we really didn't know how her game was going to translate into TCU, but at the same time, we knew that she had all of the makings to be great, right? So that leads us to her senior season right here, right now. All right, now we already knew that she was going to be the engine that was going to make that offense go at TCU, right? So she's averaging well over 20 points a game, over 6 assists, over 6 rebounds. And as of last night, let me make sure I got this right. Well, actually, hold on. Well, a few nights ago, she had an explosion with 40 points a game and against Baylor. Baylor is the number 12 team in the country, right? So let me give you the stat line on what Olivia did against that team. She had 40 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, a block, only had 3 turnovers, and literally shot great. So it's like, hey, what else can she do, right? And she's doing it against top tier talent. It's not like she's doing it against, teams that are, that can use some improvement. Let's just say that, right? She's more now than just a flashy passer. She has a high usage, right? But it pans out to other teammates, and it helps her with her scoring because she got a bag of tools that she can use at any point on the floor and during the game. But all of these pieces makes her into the dynamic player that she is. All right, so now let's break down her playing style. She's a creative passer, transition destroyer, right? She has elite pick and roll ability. She can manipulate a defense almost like no other in college basketball. And I really think that that's going to translate immediately into the WNBA. She's able to rebound the ball and push the pace. And she has improved her pull-up jump shot. What else can you ask for? What else can you ask for? Now, this is what you can ask for when it comes to Olivia Miles' game. Defense. That has been a major concern, and for some, a red flag. That has been a red flag for me because I love a point guard that can do everything that Olivia does offensively. But I also like for my point guards to play defense. At least try. At least give effort. Right? I'll say this. Olivia Miles has good instincts, but her lateral movement, her ability to move from side to side, it's not elite. And could it be related to the ACL? I don't, that's up for debate, right? But at the same token is she healthy? Yes. Yes. But when it comes to defense, that can be a huge concern because you're most likely going to have to hide her on defense. So, she won't be that lockdown defender. So, we'll see how that translates into the WNBA. Right? Now, again, she's able to see the floor like a veteran. Right? Because, okay, let's double back to defense. Even when it comes to her defense, when it comes to the college level, they're hiding her on defense. She's not out leading the defense, right? So when she gets with WNBA level players, they're gonna try to put her on islands that she's gonna have to defend, right? So that can become a point of emphasis for her development in the WNBA, right? Now, let's talk about her projections right now in the WNBA draft. Right now, she's sitting at in the range of top 3, top 5 picks, right? And what determines if Olivia Miles is a top 3 pick? It's a few things. So 3-point shooting, she's a consistent between 38 to 40% shooting, even though right now she's at 36, but that's going to fluctuate up and down because they still have more games to go. But she can shoot the ball from 3, so she can stretch the defense, right? Now, she's improved her control of the ball. She's not a turnover magnet. She's able to get great passes in transition, right? I'm not saying that she hasn't improved her defense at all this season. She's had some moments, right? But you're still going to have to hide her on defense. Now, if the scoring version of Olivia Miles that's currently at TCU holds into the WNBA, she can be considered a franchise-changing player, right? A star going forward. And she's already looked at as a franchise-changing talent, but she can definitely be that if she can maintain the scoring on the WNBA level. But if it dips, now she'll definitely still have a great career. She'll be a high-level starting point guard. But if she's not that scorer, will she be that star? We don't know. We'll see. Now, when we look at player comps, who does Olivia Miles actually match up and compare the most to in the WNBA? We're looking at the earlier versions of Courtney Vandersloot, elite vision, able to control tempo, but Miles is more explosive, right? Now, let's look at the point guard, Chelsea Gray. But, on the slimmer version, right? Poise, pick and roll, manipulator, checks the box, right? Now, we also can consider one other person, Sabrina Ionescu, right? The early version, right? When she came out of Oregon, she was a triple-double magnet as well. So Olivia and Sabrina can match up or compare that way, right? Now, let's look at the NBA wise. Who does she can compare to? Because we definitely have some new fans of the WNBA, and they need some NBA comparisons, right? Looking at Tyrese Halliburton, advanced court manipulator, right? And makes everyone better. So that's definitely what Olivia Miles can do, right? Now, let's talk about the ceiling. Let's talk about the floor. How good Olivia Miles can be in the WNBA compared to, what she might not be. All right. So at the ceiling, multiple WNBA All-Star, lead the league, possibly in assists, but definitely her franchise, and can be the centerpiece of a team, right? In the middle, high-level starting point guard. At the minimum, that's what I believe she's going to do. Can she be elite? Very so. Very so. Even with not even playing great defense. Still be elite. All right. Now, the floor. A premium rotational combo guard. If she becomes that is literally can be a waste. But I don't want to speak that on her, but that's the floor, right? Is she safe to draft? You better believe it. You better believe it. But one concern that can hinder her or make people question her value, right? Not even matter of fact, not even her value. Her value is going to stay high regardless. But one thing that you can question about Olivia Miles is her injury history. That ACL is tough, right? That's a tough injury for a lot of players, right? She has proved that she can stay healthy, that she can still produce, and she can still run a team, right? So that could be something that a team, a general manager, executives will have to weigh, right? But I really believe that she'll be okay, right? Now let's talk about how she fits with the Washington Mystics. The pros gives the Washington Mystic an immediate leader on the floor, an immediate point guard that can run the floor, right? Long-term stability at the point guard position, right? And she fits the timeline for the rebuild of the Washington Mystics. She's able to push the pace. That's something that the Washington Mystics lacked last season, right? Someone that knows exactly when to do it as a point guard, right? She can elevate opportunities for shooters and rim runners. So pretty much she can orchestrate that fast break and be able to see opportunities before they happen for other players. Is she marketable? Yeah, she can fit the mold for the East Coast market. I think she'll be all right. I think she'll be fine. Now the cons. Spacing concerns. If the Mystics don't surround her with shooters and driving lanes, if they don't surround her with shooters, driving lanes can shrink up, right? Especially with speed of other WNBA players. Now, let's talk about WNBA physicality and that adjustment period, right? Her strength training is going to be key to her development because she can't stay the slim version of herself. She's going to have to put on some muscle, right? Because she's going to be playing against grown women at this point. Now, we've talked about defense a little bit, right? So you're going to have Olivia Miles, even though she has long arms and, great height and things of that nature, when she plays against explosive guards, let's say like a Kelsey Mitchell, that's going to be a true test for her, right? So we'll see what happens, right? Her usage balance at the college level is high. It's high, but at the WNBA level, that might need a shift, right? Back to or towards being pretty much just a facilitator, right? And then secondarily being a scorer. So the fit grade, how does she fit? Let's just go ahead and say an A. An A. And some people might say an A minus, but I'm gonna say an A. Long-term ceiling. An A. An immediate impact. I'm gonna say an A. Some people might say a B, but I'm gonna say an A because she changes the dynamics of the whole every aspect of our offense, even transition opportunities. She changes everything. Now, this is where I might have to give her a lower grade. Her defensive fit. Will we be able to hide her on defense? Yeah, that can happen. But if she's on an island, that could be a challenge. And I'm going to give her a C when it comes to defense because I have to see more. You know, she has some more games that she can against elite talent that's coming, especially when March Madness comes, and you know, we'll see what happens. Right now, does she have a star potential at DC? Yeah, definitely, definitely. Now let's talk about the probability of Olivia Miles being drafted at number 4 because she's not getting past number 4. I can tell you that. She might not get past number 2, but if she gets to number 4, you better believe we draft. You better believe. Now, most mock drafts have her being drafted at number 3, and the probability we're looking at Olivia Miles being able to sneak past the first 3 teams in the draft and be available for the Mystics to draft her is about 25%. Pretty much 1 in 3 chance that she falls. Now, again, she's most likely gone at 2 or 3. Definitely not 1 because Dallas already has paid, so we can go ahead and scratch that off. Now, it's a matter of if a team prioritizes size or bigs, you know, in early draft picks, she might slide. Now, the question is that if somebody wants a true floor general, she's gone, right? You think about it, Minnesota. Their whole offense is their whole team is pretty much free agents, right? So if you have, you know, the stud buds as free agents, you can transition and totally change the game and just pick Olivia Miles and totally change the whole thing. Interesting. She could be gone. She could be gone. So now that's we about done here. But I want to show you some videos first. I want to show you some videos. And then we're going to give our final verdict, right? Of what we see with Olivia Miles, right? So hold on, let's get this transition right here. Take a little steps here. All right. This is against Baylor the other night. Her 40-point game. Step back. Easy work. Able to get to the rack easily. Just hoop it. 3 on top of 3 on top of 3. All right. So as you can see, if she gets cooking, she gets cooking, right? But my question is, will she be able to do this at the WNBA level? Right? Still to be seen. Still to be seen. But we got some more videos to watch. So now let's talk about. Let me show you this, just so you can get an idea of some more of what she can do. Transition. She can see it before it happens. Easy work. Easy work. Triple double queen. Yeah. 10 triple doubles, third in NCAA history. Yeah, triple double match. Man, we see that in transition one more time. No lookers. Easy work. Easy work. All right. More videos. Magnet. She can get to it. She can get to it. All right. All right. Here's another video of transition as well. If you open, she's gonna get it to you. If you barely open, she's gonna get it to you. All right, go ahead. Two more videos. But now this video is gonna break down her ability to go one on one and put you in a trick bag and get to it. If you're not playing Elite D, you can get shook up. And even if you are playing Elite D, you might get shook up. Uh, yeah. With those long arms and that dribbling ability, it can be tough. It could be tough. That could be tough. Now, one thing I've been talking about Olivia's defense and, you know, as an on ball defender, that's where I have my greatest concerns, right? But if she's doing help side or, you know, if she has to play defense in transition, I think that she can have bright spots, right? And this is a demonstration here, right? Even though that was against Jacksonville, right? She has elite size as a point guard, long arms, so she can take advantage of those attributes. But will she be able to do that consistently against WNBA talent? That's a question. That's a concern. We don't know. We'll see what happens. But again, Olivia Miles has been doing her thing. And if she's available at number 4, I believe that the Mystics should target her to bring her to DC. Now, is she the perfect draft pick? No. But she checks off a lot of boxes. Is she capable of being the long-term floor general for the Mystics? Yeah. Can she help the young core grow that we're developing? Yeah. You know, that also helps with bringing back Georgia Amore. It's no rush because she had an ACL injury last season, right? But now you're putting your eggs into players into a basket that have ACL injuries in their careers. If you draft Olivia Miles, and then we still have Georgia Amore that's coming back. Is she a gamble? In some eyes, yes. In others, no. Will her shooting regress? We don't know. Will she be able to maintain her ability to see and manipulate the floor at the WNBA level? We don't know. Is she a future star in DC? Very possible. Is she able to improve her scoring and make another leap? It's possible. But any of those things that I just pointed out, she has the ability to do. She has the ability to really push it and see what she can do. So the question is for the Mystic fans, if Olivia Miles is still on the board at number 4, would you be instantly sprinting to the podium to drop off the car with Olivia Miles' name on it? Do me a favor. In the comments, drop your verdict. Let us know. Let me know if you think we should draft Olivia Miles if she's available at the number 4 pick. Because there's many opportunities for her to be gone early in the draft. Or earlier in the draft. So, this is your host, Delano of the Fan Wire Podcast. We appreciate everybody for tuning in, checking us out. And, we'll see how this breaks down, as we go forward. Because the draft is heat. Well, I'm not going to say draft's here. They got some more work to do with the CBA and stuff. But I got a feeling the draft is coming, right? It's just a matter of when. Definitely coming. But, I want to give us some shout outs for the video content. Naismith Trophies, Point Made, Josh, and actually DSW. Thank you for the video content. Couldn't do it without you. Appreciate y'all. And let me know in the comments what y'all really think. How does this break down? What are some things that you would like to see in the number 4 draft pick? What capabilities? What players? And let's go from there. Let's chop it up. Let's talk through it. And do you see any additional pros and cons? Let me know. Well, this is your host, Delano, on the Fan Wire Podcast. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. Make sure you follow us on social media. Make sure that you like the video, especially if you're watching Mystic Fan and you want more fans to get more information when it comes to the Washington Mystics. Like the video. It helps with the algorithm and helps push it out to the masses. We appreciate y'all. Okay, so we do have a spotlight here. We have we got DKJ22 agrees that Georgia Amore is not ready and she hasn't been proven. I agree. We got to see what she can do. So yeah, Olivia Miles can check off a lot of boxes. But, let's see what happens. We appreciate y'all. We're going to have another breakdown tomorrow because we're breaking down everybody. And Summer Breeze 6250 says, yes, draft her. I think that's a good look. If she's available, that could be a good look. All right, folks. Y'all enjoy your day. I'm out of here. Your trusted voice for Washington Mystic content. We out of here.